welcome to this video. I'm Emily, and today we're going to be talking about the three-step process for making a video. Now, to start with, you might say, well, that's definitely more than a three-step process, which you would be right. There's more than one step within some of these steps I'm talking about, but I believe pretty much anything can be condensed into a three-step process if you really want to. You can always come up with just 3 steps. Those steps might include a bunch of stuff, but it's still one step. So we are going to get started talking about the 3-step process for making a video. During the video, I will be referring to a past video that I made, which you can also find on my channel. So for our first step, step number 1, brainstorming. So the first step of figuring out how to make a video is, of course, deciding what your video is going to be about. So our first step brainstorming, of course, involves figuring out the topic of your video. So in this case, my topic is how to make a video in 3 steps. You need to figure out what content you need to cover. So in this case, what those 3 steps are going to be. And I would recommend doing something so you have something to prompt you with as you are filming. So that could be something such as jotting down notes, which I did in the case of this video. I have notes on my 3 steps, but other than that, I am ad-libbing. Or you could write out an entire script, which is what I did with my previous video. Step number 2, filming. So the first thing is figuring out your setup. Now, of course, there's plenty of videos on YouTube where people have, elaborate cameras and lighting kits and, they've gone all out. But that's not necessary. So the way I'm doing my video right now, I am filming this on my phone, which is currently hooked over the back of my laptop with my little pop socket thing that goes in the back of my phone, and it's propped up with a water bottle. I don't know how you could get any cheaper or more sketchy than that, but it works. My camera's not moving, you can hear me, the quality looks okay. So figuring out your setup and what works for you, what you have to work with as well. Sometimes that means getting a little creative with your setup. And also keeping in mind that filming might take multiple takes. You might need to add something in, you might mess up, you might get started and realize that you are definitely not going to be able to do this in one take for whatever reason. So for example, with my previous video, I had a bunch of props and I didn't think about how I was going to be able to use all those props with only 2 hands. So I ended up filming the parts without the props of me talking, and then I ended up doing more takes later on when I had my boyfriend at home to help me hold the props and had more than 2 hands to work with. Alright, step number 3, editing. So the first step of editing, of course, is figuring out what software to use. There's plenty of options out there, free and paid for. For my previous video, I used a free trial of Camtasia, although note that if you do that, it does come with a watermark all over your video, which I did not realize until I had finished filming and editing my video, and at that point it was too late and there was no going back. But this one I'm going to be testing out Adobe Premium Pro, because I do actually have a Creative Cloud membership that I forgot about, that Adobe has video editing software, so I'm going to try that out and we'll see how it looks. There are tons of options out there, Windows Movie Maker, iMovie, plenty of other options out there. Of course, then once you have your software, you need to import your video either from your camera or from your phone, however you recorded it, and then edit out parts you don't want, or if you need to add in any chunks like I talked about before in my last video, I edited in the clip that I had filmed separately, so I popped that in a little hole in my video basically. There are some parts I know I'm going to edit out because there's one part filming this one where I just totally forgot what I was saying. And then once you have your video the way you want it to, it's playing through right, you've clipped out everything you don't want, you've added in whenever you wanted, then you are going to add in your other features such as music, text, special effects, transitions, whatever you want to include in your video. And finally, you are going to export and publish your video. So as I mentioned before, yes, there were some kind of sub-steps underneath each of these steps, but you can basically break down making a video into 3 steps of brainstorming, filming, and editing your video. Because I think pretty much anything, if you really want to, you can make it 3 steps. Yeah, thank you for watching this video, and